Good morning everyone. Last class we were discussing about the software, different types of software, operating system and the different types of operating system used in desktop and mobile phones. And today we are starting with the functions of an operating system. The functions of an operating system can be classified into 5 and the first one among is process management. An instance of running a program in execution is known as a process, and the process management means management or allocation of process to the processor, that is the CPU. It helps the OS to create and delete process and mechanism for synchronization and organization of different processes inside the CPU. And the second one is file management. OS is responsible for file related activities like storage, retrieval, naming, protection, etc. OS is responsible for storing the data at the correct app's location in the computer. It also governs the storage and retrieval of information or data to an external storage device also. Next one is device management. It keeps track of all the devices that is connected to the system, and it can deallocate the devices also. It communicates to the devices through the device drivers installed in the system. And the fourth function is user interface. OS is the medium of communication between the user and the hardware of the computer. So, by providing user interface, OS acts as the communication medium between the user and the computer hardware. And the last function is memory management. It takes care of the allocation and deallocation of memory in the computer system. It ensures that the temporary files and instructions have enough space in the primary memory. It ensures that the instructions and temporary files have enough space in the primary memory, so a running program can access it when needed. So these are the 5 basic functions of an OS: process management, file management, device management, user interface and memory management. So students, next topic is types of operating system. Operating system can be classified into 3 on the basis of the types of user interface, the number of users it supports and the number of tasks that it can do at a time. So first one is operating system on the basis of user interface. On the basis of user interface, operating system are classified into 2. First one is command line interface and second one is graphical user interface. Command line interface requires test command to interact with the computer. We type our commands in MS-DOS or command prompt. It has a black screen with white fonts. All the commands can be written or typed in the command prompt. And the second type of operating system based on user interface is graphical user interface. It is the most widely used user interface. They use icons, graphical representations, menus for displaying information, unlike in command line interface. We can use pointing devices like mouse, stylus or digital pens for clicking and moving the pointer on the screen. Windows is the most common example for GUI or graphical user interface. And next we are going to see operating system based on the number of users, and on the number of users operating system is again classified into 2: single user operating system and multi-user operating system. On the name itself you can identify its definition. First one is single user operating system. This operating system supports only one user. It provides facilities which can be used in one computer at a time only by one user, but the user can perform multiple functions at the same time. In case another user wishes to do something on that computer, he or she wants to wait until the first user finishes his work. So single user operating system supports only one user at a time. And second one is multi-user operating systems. In this type of operating system, more than one user can use the same computer and resources at the same time. The advantage of this OS is multiple users can use these resources at the same time. Examples of multi-user operating systems are Linux, Ubuntu, our Windows, etc. And the third classification is on the basis of number of tasks supported at a time. 7 types of operating system comes under this head, and the first one is single tasking operating system. This operating system is designed in a way that one user can do only one task at a time. This computer is designed in a way that one user can effectively do only one task at a time. MS-DOS, Palm OS are examples of single-task operating systems. Second one is multitasking operating system. As the name suggests, this OS supports multitasking, means more than one task at a time. The user can do more than one task at a time. For example, the user can type a document, listen to music, or play a game at the same time. Windows, Mac OS are the examples of multitasking operating system. Third one is time-sharing operating system. This operating system lets the people situated at different terminals to use the same computer system at the same time. The processor time is shared among the multiple users, and hence it is called time-sharing operating system. Next one is batch operating system. Some computer processes are very lengthy and time-consuming. In order to speed up the process, a job with similar type of needs are batched into one group. The user of this batch does not operate directly with the computer. Instead, he prepares the job offline and he will submit it to the operator. The operator then executes the job for the users. Next one is real-time operating system. It is designed for the real-time circumstances where the processing should be done in a small quantum of time. Real-time operating systems are used in military, space, weapon manufacturing, traffic control, etc. Next one is distributed operating system. Distributed OS provides multiple processes to the multiple users at the same time for very fast computation. The processor communicates with the user through the various communication lines. And the last one is network operating system. Network OS runs on a server and provides the capability to manage data, group, users, security, application, and other network functions. So these are the types of operating system based on user interface, number of users, and number of tasks performed at the same time. So hope you have understood these things. So we have completed our first chapter. So I will give the notes in the group. Please write the notes in your copy. Thank you. Have a pleasant day.